Sir Thomas Hopsonn was an English naval officer. He was born in Bonchurch, near Ventnor on the Isle of Wight, England in 1642. Orphaned at an early age, he was fostered and apprenticed as a tailor in nearby Nitton. As a young man, he and children of the village sighted the fleet passing to the south of the island and ran down to the sea to wave at it from Parcaster Cove. Hopsonn, however, took a rowing boat and literally ran away to sea to join the navy in about 1662. Shortly afterwards he distinguished himself in a battle with the French by creeping unnoticed to the stern and pulling down a French ensign, causing the surrender of the enemy's ship. On account of this he became an officer and commissioned as a lieutenant in 1672. He became a captain on the 21st of March 1678 and rose through the ranks to reach Vice Admiral of the Red in 1701, being nicknamed Snips. The National Maritime Museum has an Algerian sword and imcha which Hopsonn took from a Barbary corsair slaver in 1676 when first lieutenant of HMS Dragon, having led a boarding party in which he wrenched the weapon from his assailant and ran him through with it. He commanded HMS York at the Battle of Solebay and HMS St. Michael at the Battle of Barfleur, distinguishing himself at the Battle of Beachy Head in 1690. His moment of fame came in 1702 at the Battle of Vigo Bay. The British-Dutch commanded by Sir George Rooke pursued a Franco-Spanish fleet carrying silver from South America. The French and Spanish blocked the entrance by a boom formed of ships' masts chained together overlooked by forts. Hopsonn commanded the Red Squadron in his flagship HMS Torbay and Rooke detailed him to ram the boom and break it. The Torbay did so under heavy fire and was attacked by a fireship. The fireship was a commandeered merchantman carrying snuff. However, the smoke from the snuff doused the fire and the Torbay broke through. The rest of the fleet followed and the Franco-Spanish fleet were heavily defeated. The French and Spanish lost 34 ships, throwing much of the silver overboard. Nevertheless, the action proved highly profitable for Rooke's fleet. The Torbay in particular took the cargo of snuff as a prize and sold it in London, which is credited with the introduction, or at least popularization of snuff-taking in England. Hopsonn retired from the Royal Navy upon the fleet's return to England, being made an extra commissioner of the Navy. He returned to the Isle of Wight in 1705 to sit as one of its members of Parliament for Newtown. It is said that when he returned to his foster parents they would not believe who he was, until he sang a nursery song they had taught him as a child. He was knighted in 1702 by Queen Anne, and died on the 12th of October 1717, the 15th anniversary of the Battle of Vigo Bay. Edward Hopsonn, the brother of Thomas Hopsonn, followed him into the Royal Navy, being commissioned as a lieutenant on the 17th of February 1691 and promoted captain on the 24th of July 1696. Like his brother, Edward Hopsonn became a flag officer, finally reaching the rank of Vice Admiral of the Wight on the 4th of January 1728, and died at sea on the 8th of May of that year.